Hey everyone, welcome back for another video. This one's going to be a little more chill than last time, trying to figure out an alliance raid on the fly with the Dragoon. I just kind of wanted to relax and push through some of the main story quest, see what's going on there. I've been really enjoying it so far for Shadowbringers. I wanted to get through the next dungeon, which ended up not working. I got kind of distracted with some side quests, but yeah, so enjoy. If it's your first time here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, leave a thumbs up and a comment. And yeah. Alright, so before I start, I wanted to show off this really cool minion that I got earlier today. I was doing the Void Arc for my Alliance Raid roulette on the Dragoon, and I think I was the only one that rolled, but I won the roll on the last boss. I don't remember what her name was, but it was a really cool boss in front of like this big wall of coffins. And I won the minion. It looks really cool. It's like the boss is like inside of the coffin and it kind of pops out sometimes, and yeah, I popped it out here. So there it is. It's behind me there. It's super cute. It's like it's right in the coffin, and then it'll kind of boop, go back under, and it just kind of follows you around a little bit. I don't know, I thought it was really cool. All right, so I've just been invited to kind of attend a funeral, I guess. I went and found their pendant for them to be buried with, I think. And so it plays this really touching cutscene here, where everyone's kind of grieving. We're in this kind of underground like temple for them, I guess, that's kind of like away from the light. There's the pendant that I went and found. It was just kind of like a really moving sequence for this kind of character that no one had, or at least I had never seen before. This is kind of one of the leaders of these folks.
I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Minion. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers.
So these people, they don't have, or at least they don't speak their true names in the daytime. So they keep like their real name hidden at all times. So I guess that's something here, that they kind of speak their real name at night, or once they're dead.
Sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
But yeah, I just thought this was really cool. They put the pendant in, and then everything kind of glows. And yeah, I just really like this moment.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
Alright, so after the funeral, we go back to Y'shtola's room, and I guess she's finally finished deciphering this tablet that we got from a Temple of Darkness in Lakeside. And I guess she can't quite totally understand it yet, but it seems like it'll give us instructions on how to enter a temple where the light warden of this zone is. So we need to figure out how to translate essentially the next little bit. And Y'shtola remembers seeing some kind of monument in this rival faction's camp at one time. So we're sent out now to go ahead and go try and scout the area where this rival camp is. So we find our scout by the camp and save him from certain death, of course, because that's what we do. And they inform us that this rival camp, I think they're called Children of Everlasting Night, I think, are apparently breeding spiders and making them very large. So we're not quite sure what that's for, but we gotta take care of that. And so we decide that bees are the best way to do this. So they send me off now to go catch some bees. We're going to end up tossing those into the spider pit. So that's where I head next. I gotta go collect a couple hives of bees, and then I go ahead and bring those back to Y'shtola. So now that the children of Everlasting Night are sufficiently distracted with the bees and the spiders, we're allowed to kind of sneak our way in with Y'shtola so that she can investigate this monument, which takes us to a pretty cool scene here in this cave where the monument is. And you're kind of looking around, and there are these really cool portraits on the wall that we're not quite sure what they are. One of them seems to be like people like looking at some kind of ruler. Another one, I'm not really sure, like plant people or something, or someone being worshipped. And then the last one kind of looks like the warrior of darkness that we see from the last expansion, and Albert, right, who's kind of talking to us from beyond the grave right now.
These paintings, they seem familiar. Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronka, and this.
So while I'm kind of having my little conversation with Albert, Y'shtola finishes up. So it's time to go. And when we get back to town, this is where my distraction comes in. There's this new quest with Valan behind over here that gives me a plus sign, which means it unlocks something. So I immediately want to go to it and do it. And it turns out his friend has been kind of having these visions of weird things. So we go talk to them to understand. And it seems like they're being communicated with by the great serpent of the forest. And obviously I'm going to take the friend's side here and believe him. So in order to kind of prove himself, we go looking for this great serpent that he knows is out there somewhere. And we get introduced to an extremely cute little side character. I don't know if this is actually like the great serpent of the forest, but it's this cute little worm, and it's adorable. I think this is the same thing that I've seen in one some kind of mount. It's like in a barrel, and it's like this little bee thing. I thought it was a bee. But anyways, this is apparently the great serpent of the forest. And it does this interesting pan over to this crystal that's bound up in a tree, which is very sus. I was kind of nervous looking at that. So with that, we take the great serpent back home with us and have to kind of sneak him into the base. And apparently, by reading the scars on the worm's belly, Gwynfert can kind of predict the future. And so he reads a couple scars and thinks that the children of the Everlasting Night are trying to cut off the etheric flow to the forest. So he kind of sends us around on a couple, hey, the scar tells me to go here, go here. And we do that a couple of times, find actual items that are supposed to be there. And after that, we encounter some children of the Everlasting Night finally, and they actually are trying to cut off the ether to the forest and sabotage it. So it turns out this is the worm. And so we save the day again, get back to our cave, and the worm is no more. It is gone. It has returned from whence it came. Its mission accomplished. So with the Great Serpent gone now, it kind of ended the quest there, and I'm really hoping they kind of come back to this later on, either with the Beast Tribe or something else. I really enjoyed these couple of characters and the mighty Serpent of Raktika. So after this last little side quest here, I went back to the story, and I won't spoil it, so I won't show too much of it because it was basically just like all one big cutscene. And it's really cool. I'm really into the story right now. Final Fantasy always is really good at making me really not like characters, and definitely good at teasing out different plot points. So if you've been here to this spot before, you probably know what I'm talking about. Between Urianger and Y'shtola, But yeah, I have a lot of questions right now, so I'm really looking forward to the story going forward. But unfortunately, I had to end my session for the night there, so I didn't actually get to make it to the dungeon that I wanted to get to. But I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the detour I took with the two friends and the serpent and the worm. So I have no regrets about tonight. It was a lot of fun. So that'll conclude this episode, at least, of my journey through Shadowbringers. Hope you enjoyed the video. I definitely enjoyed playing. So again, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave a comment down below with what your thoughts are of the story so far, of where I'm at here. Please, no spoilers, of course. And if you want to watch any more of me playing, I stream most nights on Twitch at twitch.tv/Clydeson at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So other than that, have a great day.